What up, YouTube? I was digging in the back of my closet the other day and I came across two pairs of Dunk High LRs I purchased over 10 years ago. A lot of you probably never even heard of the LRs, and it's completely understandable because they weren't very popular and people didn't seem to like them very much, and Nike never really promoted them. But let's take another look at them now, 10 years later, and maybe the public opinion will change. Personally, I've always thought they were fire, and I wondered how people could hate on them, but you tell me what you think in the comments below, because today I'm going to tell you all I know about the Dunk LRs and show you all around the two pairs I own. Okay, let's get started.
Feel like John Moran.
I copped these two pairs in 2012 at a local skate shop. I was looking for something different, and when I tried these on, I liked the way they looked and fit. I like Dunk SBs, and I also like Vans, so when I saw these, they were like a weird hybrid of the two, and it was something different at the time. I didn't know what LRs were before that, but it didn't matter. I just liked them. From what I know, the LRs came on the scene in the early 2010s. They made some highs, some lows, and then disappeared in a couple years. You'll have a hard time finding these on the resale market. You'll find some used pairs here and there, most of them pretty beat up, but after a quick search, I couldn't find any dead stock pairs. I guess that's because they were kind of budget kicks, and most people who bought them most likely beat them up and eventually just tossed them out. Luckily, I took pretty good care of my pairs, and they held up pretty well. To me, they're a cool, comfortable pair of kicks with a classic Nike high top look. Plus, I only paid around $70 US per pair. I believe at the time they were on sale, marked down from $88 US, so it wasn't a bad deal at all. These were pretty dusty after sitting in the back of my closet for almost a decade, so I cleaned them up for this video. But overall, they really are still in great shape, especially considering I had both pairs in heavy rotation for years. If you look close, you can see the heel area took the worst of the damage, but it's not too bad, and I think they're still wearable. So let's dive into these forgotten kicks and talk all about what LR stands for. But before I do, I ask that you please subscribe if you watch any of my videos and if you're feeling any of my content. I've been at this YouTube thing for a while, and that little tap on the subscribe button would go a really long way. Please consider it, but if you don't, it's all good, and I appreciate you watching. Now let's talk about the LR. From what I read, it stands for Lunarlon. Apparently, Lunarlon is a specific type of cushioning that features a soft and supportive foam core. This foam core is surrounded by a foam carrier for weight reduction, superior cushioning, and optimal spring action. Now we know, and I think we could all agree, Dunk LR sounds a lot better than Dunk Lunarlon. Lunarlon was a thing for a minute, but it was eventually replaced by Nike's React material, but that's another story for another time. As I mentioned, they made lows and highs and a bunch of different colorways for the LRs, but the two pairs I own are the Anthracite in a mostly black canvas and gray suede colorway with matching laces. They're pretty simple, and the most distinctive feature on these is the silver patent leather looking shiny swoosh. It's a clean look, and I like them because they remind me of the Nike Vandal highs that John Connor's dad wore in The Terminator. That scene was only a couple seconds long, but when I saw that as a little kid, I was sold. The other ones are the Black Sequoia gum pair. These have an all dark green upper mixed with leather and suede. They also have matching laces. Both pairs have the same midsole with an extra layer of rubber padding for the toe bumper up front, but the Black Sequoias have a gum toe bumper instead of a simple white rubber. The uppers on both pairs are very similar to a standard pair of Dunk Highs with not a lot of differences. And similar to SB Dunks, the LRs have an extra fat tongue and an extra thick sock liner. It makes them more supportive, a little warmer in the winter months, and a lot more comfortable than a standard pair of Dunk Highs. For the most part, they feel good on foot. So if you haven't noticed already, the major differences between these and a pair of SB Dunks is the mid and outsole. It's almost like they pulled the midsole off a pair of Vans and attached it to a pair of Dunks. So that fat tongue, extra cushioning, and Vans midsole explains why I found these at a skate shop. Clearly, Nike was targeting the skating community with these LRs. As you can see, both midsoles are white with a black pinstripe on the upper part, just like a pair of Vans. They even added the extra toe bumper, just like the Vans. They both have a vulcanized rubber outsole that is classic and simple. Nike uses this outsole pattern a lot, and you can find them on lots of different Nikes. These LRs were not hype at all, and nobody was camping out or waiting in line for these. Frankly, a lot of Dunk purists were hating on these at the time, and it was mainly because of the midsole. Some say they stripped away everything people liked about the Dunks, but I disagree. To me, they're a hidden gem that got overlooked, and I'm glad for that because I was able to pick them up on the sale rack for less than retail, so I appreciate that. In conclusion, I've dumped a lot of kicks over the past decade, but I'm glad I held on to these two. They're clearly durable considering how old they are and how much I wore them. Plus, they have a cool but different look to them. I'm a fan of both pairs, and I love how easy it is to put a fit together with the Anthracite pair, but if I had to choose between the two, I would go with the Black Sequoia gums. They feel a bit more premium, and that gum hit on the toe is so dope to me. Either way, these have sat for long enough, and I think I'll start putting them back in rotation. Let me know in the comments what you think of these Dunk High LRs. Are they trash? Would you rock them? And if you would, which pair would you choose? I would love to hear your thoughts. Anyway, that's my video on the Nike Dunk High LRs. I hope you found this video informative or somewhat interesting. If you did, please click the like button, please subscribe, and please click that notification bell to stay up to date on my latest videos. You can also check me out on TikTok and Instagram at E21Life. I'm always posting random content there. As always, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. And until next time, stay safe, everyone. Peace.
Yeah, feel like John Moran. Need a triple double. Told him check the stats. Yeah, I got a couple. I don't drop the ball. Now I never fumble. I'm the MVP. Now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Moran. Need a triple double. Told him check the stats. Yeah,